Respectfully, shout out to Ivan Toney, but how did he get in the England squad?
I know.
Arsenal fans are
Thank
worse.
you.
I'm saying
Thank
they're the
you.
worst. They need to leave me alone. They're annoying.
They think they're so fashionable.
I know.
I just don't think Americans can dress like that. You ain't gonna see anything like this again. This is special.
Right, we're back with another episode of The Warm Up, and we are joined by Kiss Extra presenter Craig Mitch.
What's going on?
Yes, Craig.
I'm here.
All right, and then we've got content creator and influencer Tyra Mills.
Let's go.
Tyra. Yes, Tyra. Welcome to The Warm Up, obviously. Look, we've got to get into football with both of you. Craig, big Spurs fan. Me and Rosie are the same, all right? Tyra, Chelsea. We're all a bit flat, aren't we, at the minute? Let's be honest about it.
We're not that flat. You guys are almost relegation, so.
Yeah, you haven't had the best
That's
season
okay.
either.
Well, at least we wasn't fighting relegation, so we're good.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Craig, let's start with you.
Go on.
Let's look at Spurs season. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but let's talk about it in general. Where do you think it went wrong for us?
Where do you start?
I know.
Like, it's at every single level was a catastrophe, and I think it really starts with the top. I know it sounds cliche, but everything starts with the top in an organization, especially massive corporations like this. Starts at executive level, and I think like the executives that came in, they kicked Levy out at the beginning of the season, said this was this new era, appointed the wrong managers to begin with. Thomas Frank was an absolute car wreck. Took too long to sack him. Bring in a nobody, respectfully, Igor Tudor. I've never heard of the guy.
Same.
I said that was a bad move. People on Twitter tried to kill me for it. Oh, be positive. You know what they're like on there. Be positive, even though it's the most negative place ever.
Yeah, literally.
You lot left it too late. The players' morale was down by the time they bring this guy in. They bring him in, embarrasses our goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? In a Champions League round of 16 game, which was brutal. Doesn't win a game. Gets fired, and then we bring in De Zerbi, who literally, honestly, I know managers get judged by what they win and trophies and stuff like that, but honestly, what De Zerbi did,
100%.
there's not many managers in world football that would have been able to pull off what he did. When he came in, Spurs were relegation bound. This is a fact. If you lot watch Spurs all season,
Yeah.
the players, I've never seen confidence so low.
Yeah, it's crazy.
in
But
set
the
of
body
players.
language, right? Every time you watched the game, it was so obvious.
They didn't want the ball.
Everything. They just didn't look like they even knew each other. So when he came in, I just thought the odds are against it. I don't know how he's going to do it. And I rated him as a manager, but for him to take like 11 points in those last like 6-7 games for me and keep us up, people have to actually rate him highly for that. Because like I said, I don't know that you got the Peps and stuff like that. And obviously Pep's probably the greatest or one of the greatest ever. But I don't know these managers could come into a situation like that.
No, it's true.
And save it. They're used to working with like, you know, everything being amazing and rosy and stuff like that. This is when you really show your pedigree as a coach.
Yeah, and
Do you know
I
what
hope
I
now
mean?
that we actually invest and keep him, because it's like what he's shown in that time frame. Imagine what he could do actually with the right infrastructure and with some time. We need to actually invest. Look at Arteta and Arsenal. Like, give him time.
Yeah.
Let's give our managers some time.
Yeah, let's not use that comparison.
Anyway, let's not. We might get there one day, Craig.
They're
We might get
living
there
life.
one
I
day.
scrap that
Right now.
comparison.
Yeah, scrap that.
They're
Scrap that.
living life.
Oh, yeah, don't. Tyra, I know you weren't battling relegation, but Chelsea probably it hasn't been the most, glorious season for you guys. What are your thoughts on that?
No, it's been a fluctuated season, I'm going to say that. We've not had the best I don't even know where we went wrong. Well, Liam was where we went wrong. Didn't really rate him as a manager. I think we just brought him as a social media person, to be fair. I think our club is social... No, let me not. Let me not before I get trolled. I say that next season I'm hoping for us to do better.
Okay, so you're keeping it positive.
Do you know what I don't understand though? Chelsea, like their season was like this, and then the end of the season they
just
kind of
went down.
flatlined,
Yeah.
and we kind of went up even though we was in relegation. But they flatlined. They play us.
I know.
Find a heartbeat against
know.
us
Of course,
as usual,
always the
and
way.
then die again.
I know.
Like, why do
I know.
you guys do that?
Find
That
some
day
life
we played
against
you
us.
lot was a significant day. It was Battle of the Bridge. Do you not remember?
Yeah, but that's what you lot
That-
only get up for us
I
when
know,
you lot
it's
have a bad
crazy.
season.
It's
It's so
actually-
weird.
Honestly.
It's so weird. Like
know.
Cole Palmer looked incredible that day.
Yeah, but he had a
Enzo
point to
Fernandez
prove.
didn't get him in the England squad. We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
but-
Well, we're going to have to separate these two in a minute.
I honestly, it's going to be a scrap. It's going to be a scrap.
No, there's no scraps. But I just don't understand why they always do that. Like, against us, they will play their heart out. And that's the problem with being a Spurs fan. Sorry, not to just bring it back to us, but like, West
Everyone hates
Ham,
you.
Chelsea, and Arsenal hate us equally. Like, hate us equally, but they don't hate each other.
Yeah, literally,
The way
everyone's
they
against
hate
us.
us.
100%.
And it doesn't make
100%.
sense. Like, I don't
Every
get
chant
it.
has Spurs in it, so
Yeah,
you're
but
living in everyone's.
You'd think we were the most successful the way they hate
I
us.
know,
So I
but-
don't get it. Like,
But I also think as fans, we're not annoying. Like, I don't think
No,
we're
no,
annoying
no, we're
fans.
talking about ourselves, though.
No,
You
but
can't-
I don't
No,
think
you're
we
not.
are.
No,
Arsenal
Spurs
fans
fans.
are.
Arsenal fans are the worst.
Thank
Are the
you.
worst.
I'm saying
Thank
they're the
you.
worst.
Said it
They're
earlier.
annoying. They need to leave me alone. They're annoying. Spurs fans are cool, but Arsenal fans, I can't take them anywhere.
Nice.
I've seen hella people wearing the same Arsenal all the time.
Yeah, no, take it
Give
off.
it a rest.
Put it in the wash. Put it in
it
the
a
wash.
rest.
You know what I
Watch
couldn't
is
stand?
crazy.
I did not know these people on my socials supported Arsenal, and then when
Oi,
they won the
no.
league,
This
they're
season-
posting them in their
always the
Arsenal
way.
shirts from like being toddlers and that, and I'm like, no, that don't count.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. If I
always
speak,
the
I'm
way.
in trouble.
It's true though, isn't it? Like you
These
definitely
fake
don't even
Arsenal
follow football, and
fans.
then your mum took a pic when you were 2.
Yeah.
And then now you're using that you know you stuck with the boys all the way through.
Nah.
No, you haven't.
We're going to play a game of keep or sell, okay? We're going to reel off the squad for Tottenham, just a few players.
Yep.
Squad for Chelsea. You're going to let us know whether you're going to keep or sell them going into next season. Make
it.
sense? Sanchez,
I'm going to keep him.
Gusto.
Keep, sell, or trade. Just
No,
keep.
no, no
Keep
trade.
or sell. What's trading?
Why are you trying it?
Oh, I'm going to keep him.
James,
Oh, keep. I'll get Trout, please. That's our captain. That's our star boy.
Hato,
I sell.
Co-Will.
He follows me, but I'm gonna
right,
I'm gonna
name
sell
dropping
him.
out.
Only because he's been injured, so we've not seen much of him.
Cucurella,
No, I'll keep him. I'll keep him.
Palmer,
He's not had the best season, but I'll keep him.
Neto,
No, sell him.
Garnacho.
Sell Garnacho, please. We don't want him.
Okay. Pedro,
Pedro, keep.
Baller.
and then Delap.
There's so much potential, and it annoys me because, like, when you press, you press. But then when you're not pressing, it's like, bro, like, why are you here? So, I don't know, man. I'll give him another season. I'll keep him. If he doesn't, then we can just trade him in the summer.
Okay.
Right, the coaching is coming out, by the way. I rate it. I rate it. Well done. Good
We
job.
love it.
Good
Well
job.
done. All right, Craig, you're up
Are
with
you
Spurs.
sure you want to come to me?
Oh,
Okay.
come on, let's do it. Vicario,
So,
Poro,
do you know, I'm not the biggest fan of Porro, I'll be honest, but he's probably our best right back. I'll keep Porro.
Romero.
I want him gone yesterday. He's a liability, and he's the worst captain we've probably ever had.
Yeah, fair. Van der Ben,
We ain't really got much. I'll keep him.
Udogi,
He hasn't been great this season, man. I'll keep him.
Gallagher.
He can go, man. I like my players to have technique. He is so terrible on the ball. Like, he just runs around. He's just a workhorse.
Yeah, but
But
you need a
you need
workhorse. You do
workers.
need that.
Yeah, but it's not enough, man. It's just not enough for me.
Spence,
I'll keep Spence.
you keep him.
Yeah.
Tell.
Get him out. I want him gone. He's one of those players that have potential that will just never be realised. I can tell.
Richarlison,
Go. Worst Brazilian football I've ever seen. Do
Solanke.
you know what? To be fair to him, he's never really had injuries in his career. This season's just been really bad for him. I think under De Zerbi he'll work, so I'll keep him.
Bentancur.
He can go. I don't care. He's just. We need to upgrade that. Is that the whole team?
We've put 11 in there.
Wow.
We've put an 11 in
okay.
there. How many did you keep?
Like four. They're terrible. We finished 17th.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
2 years in a
Fair.
row.
We
These
need
players
a
aren't good
refresh.
enough, clearly.
Yeah, you two, by the
Clearly.
way, I could see you two on the sidelines together. It'd be brutal, but
Yeah,
I could see you working.
I don't care about like names and reputation and like caps and how many times you play for your country. For me, you're only as good as your last. That's harsh, but you're only as good as your last game. That's what they say in football. You got to perform. This is like elite, high-level football.
Right, well, on the topic of managers, let's talk World Cup. Because Tuchel has somehow managed to turn the whole nation against him, right? By not calling up some like key bloody players in England, right? So the likes of Foden, Palmer, Trent, Maguire, amongst others, are not going to be joining us for the World Cup. Now, before we get into this, let me get your guys' initial thoughts and then we'll dive in.
Palmer's not had a good season, so it's calm. He doesn't have to go. I respect that decision. Maguire, though, he's been done bad. He's been.
I
done
agree, you know. I
bad.
think he should have been in there, Maguire.
He should have been in there. I feel sorry for him. It was unprofessional for him to
No,
announce.
see, I love it. I love that
I
he
love
went out
it,
on socials and
But it's allow the squad to like have your moment after. But now it's all about you. I'm not picked. I'm not picked. Like I rate cool. You should have been picked, but having a hissy fit. I'm not picked, but I wish. Shut up, man. Just take it like a champ. But I get it. Like it's hard. Obviously, you've worked so hard to get to the squad, and you're not in the squad. But at the same time, chill. Like take a touch. Take a touch.
Take a touch.
Craig, brave management or massive gamble? Coming in so bold.
Bit of both, to be honest. Like, I respect the fact that he doesn't care what people think. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have his own vision and what he wants from the team and the players. I'm sure whatever decision he's made, he thinks it's the best. He's not going to go in there Do you know what I mean? Making a decision to put him at a disadvantage. For me, I'm actually opposite to you. For me, I think Palmer needed to go, despite having a bad season. In tournament football, especially, like, it's high pressure, England, right? And I feel like there's a reason he's got that celebration. I feel like, yeah, he's been out of form and he's been in an inconsistent Chelsea team, but I feel like pressure doesn't faze someone like Cole Palmer. I feel like when it's a round of 16 game or a quarter final, you need players that are going to step up, take that penalty. You need players that are going to be ice cold and have ice in their veins when it's really on top. And he's just a player that can produce a moment of magic, I think. There's a lot of the players he's taken, they ain't shown me moments of magic that he's shown me in the last few years.
Well, he's come out, obviously, Thomas Tuchel's come out in his press conference and said he wants to shake it up, right? He wants to create a team rather than have brilliant individuals. So it's one of them will go in, how do you do that unless you're going to shake it up? But then I agree with you, because of one bad season, and especially when the clubs had a bad season, so like Chelsea overall have had a bad season.
Yeah, I agree.
The repercussion of that is that Palmer gets dropped. And it's like, actually, you're right. We need, I think, heroes that will step up in those big moments.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
he's talking about a team, and I get that. You obviously, it's a team sport, and you want that harmony and stuff like that. But for me, that matters more to me in like league football, where you're trying to build consistency and win week in, week out. In tournament football, it could be one of them sweaty games where you just need that someone to step up and have a moment of brilliance. Do you know what I mean? And if you ain't bringing those kind of players there, and obviously there are players in the squad, don't get me wrong, but for me, Cole Palmer not going was just the biggest shock. Trent, I can understand injuries. Real Madrid hasn't really been in there. Maguire, when I was working with the England team and I went to the World Cup in 2018 in Russia, which was, 8 years ago now, he was in that squad. It's like a lot of that generation have kind of been pushed out anyway.
So you don't think he should have been?
I'm not saying he should. Like, he had a good, decent season with Man United. They finished third, do you know what I'm saying? And he had his own redemption arc over the last few years. I think Maguire, I mean, personally, I would have taken him. But like I said, if you're trying to like blood in a new thing and you've seen like new talent come through, then I'm not really mad at Maguire not going, do you know what I mean? For me, to be honest, the only person that 100% has to go is Harry Kane. For me, anyone else can get chopped or
Build
changed.
the team round him.
The way Harry Kane's moved this season, like he's got like 61 goals, it's insane. He has to go, he's the captain. Everyone else, I don't think there's been too many English players other than Harry Kane that have really stood out this season. Like, who would you say has had an incredible season? Jude Bellingham ain't had an incredible season.
You're right.
Like,
you
who?
can't
I don't know who's really like can
can't really
say
think of one.
head and shoulders outside of Harry Kane that's stepped up.
But that's what I like about Tuchel, because I think so many times there's managers that aren't brave enough to have a hard conversation, and that's sometimes like we've all played in teams where the environment becomes stale because you've got them old figureheads that are just there, like they're legless now, by the way, they can't run anymore, but they're there because they're a name. And actually sometimes you've got to shake things up, and I respect that he's able to have the hard conversations, because I think the players that he's brought in now, they're going to want to run for him.
It just makes
I
me
believe
laugh though,
that.
because obviously everyone wants to go for him now. But if we win, he's going to be the You know, back in the day, when we'll go to the park, have our different pairs of boots. I want to do a bit of chat on this. So there's certain players, innit? Remember when we were little, when you go to the park, certain players had to wear different pairs of boots. So if you had a bit about you, you could go have a bit of flair, a bit of a colourful boot. Yeah, but you better be good.
For sure.
Yeah, you
But
can't.
if you've got nothing, yeah, you're probably wearing something like this. Yeah, Screams boot it. Yeah, Screams get it out.
Screams have it.
Yeah, Screams have it. Remember that advert? Screams have it.
Yeah.
Screams have
Right.
it.
So when you think back to those days in the park, what were your lot's first pair of boots?
I can't remember what my first pair of boots were, but I remember the ones I really fell in love with and wanted, but they were just mad expensive, and it was the Nike Mercurials, the ones that R9 wore.
Oh, okay. The
Oh,
white
yeah.
with the gold coming through.
Yeah,
or-
no, the one with the blue with the wave around it. So it was like
Yes.
silver blue. It had like the Brazilian colours
Oh, you
woven
had
into
them.
it. This is like World Cup '98, I think.
Yeah.
But the Mercurials for me were just like, I always wanted a pair of those. Like because R9 was just that guy.
Were you playing wing at the time?
What, on the wing?
Yeah,
yeah,
where were you?
yeah.
Yeah,
I was,
you're a
how do you
winger,
know?
yeah.
What, because I like the boots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a winger. I wasn't that good.
Yeah,
but-
wingers wear Mercs, right? Like I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
it's a
for
thing.
sure.
Like
Yeah.
I'd never wear a Timpo. I'm a winger. I'd never wear like Timpo or anything like that.
Nah.
No
Tyra,
way.
what about you? First pair of boots?
I can't remember, you know. Boots don't define me as a player.
Really?
Yeah.
See, they used to be my whole personality. Like,
No.
if-
Is it?
honestly,
Yeah.
like we would once a season, we'd get taken to Sports Direct, yeah, and you're allowed to buy one pair of boots in it, and it'd be like the biggest decision in the world because you knew you ain't getting another pair. You are not getting another
Like even
pair.
if they've got holes in, you're just gonna have to make them last all
You're gonna have
season.
to play through them. So I remember every year we'd go there and be like, right, I want Yeah, I'll get them ones. And then like a week later, something else will come out, and obviously they're going to be the fake ones as well, innit? You know them ones. Thinking, you lot are tight, man. Do you know what I mean?
One pair of bruises.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But anyway, there was just like these moments, but there was always a pair. Who remembers the F50 spiders?
Yeah, banging.
Ashley Cole used to wear.
I know you're
Do you remember
them.
them?
They were like spider, like.
No, I remember them. I remember them.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
We wanted to do a little game with you, right? So we're going to pull up 3 pairs of iconic boots.
Yeah.
We want you to tell us the player that first comes to mind when you see these pair of boots. All right?
It's a contest between you both.
It has to be Bex.
I was going to say
Boom.
Beckham as well.
It has to be Bex.
Love that. Love that.
Well
Right,
done,
It has to be
Craig.
Bex.
Craig, that's one to you.
It has
Hold
to be
up.
Bex.
Oh, I didn't even know.
You didn't really-
Alright, send
just a
them
chat.
all.
Fine.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Alright, I'm locked in.
Get on your toes, Tyra.
I'm
Go
locked in.
Wayne Rooney.
Chill, man.
Easy.
Oh,
Come on.
I'm gonna say
Carlo.
Messi.
No, it ain't Messi. It's don't
No,
say.
it can't be Messi. What am I
Guys,
talking
It's
about?
come on.
Barcelona. Stop.
No, you stop. I actually don't know.
No, don't say. it.
Give us a hint. Give me a hint.
Iniesta.
Give me a hint.
Right, I'm gonna say one letter.
No. Let him keep going.
It's gonna be all day.
No, we're not.
Nike.
No, we're not. Ronaldinho.
Bloody hell!
I wouldn't have got that. I'm not gonna lie.
Ronaldinho.
I was gonna say someone,
Classic
bro.
Ronaldinho, them ones.
Yeah, they are. I was thinking newer Barca. I don't know why.
And look, sneaker, football culture is such a natural crossover. And for you, Craig, you've had footballers, obviously, on kick game.
Yeah.
Rio Ferdinand, Tony, Morgan Gibbs White, Evra. Like,
Yeah.
what's the most stylish footballer you've had in the shop?
It was between Ivan Toney or Chouameni at Real Madrid. They were both mad stylish. Maybe Ivan Toney takes it. I'll give
Well,
it
he
to him.
takes it, yeah.
I'll give it to him. He came in that day ready to like stun and but, I mean, look at the Saudi money now.
Yeah,
okay,
different.
crazy.
Yeah, fair enough.
Free as well. He's another one, respectfully. Shout out to Ivan Toney. But how did he get in the England squad?
No.
That is crazy.
that's
Leave
where
him alone, man.
Huh? No, but
Leave him
banging
alone.
50 goals in the Saudi Pro League should not get you into
Yeah,
the
it doesn't
England
really
squad.
correlate, does it? Like,
It's true, like Palmer's getting left out because of that season at Chelsea, but then actually if you put him in Saudi, he'd be, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you got Watkins, you got Harry Kane. You could have taken another foot. Shout out to Ivan Toney. Like, I love seeing the man them do their thing, but I was shocked.
yeah, but imagine the confidence on him now. He's gonna be flying. Isn't
yeah,
he?
he's
laughing.
flying. He better score
That's what I'm
50
saying.
points.
No, but what I'm saying is like that's gonna set a certain precedent to me that like players can think, oh, I can just go over there, tax-free money, madness, like 400 grand a week, play in like low level and still get called up for your country. Do you know what I mean? Whereas you got players here, half their money's going to HMRC. Do you know what I mean? They're going through all kinds
They're
of abuse
grafting.
because there's more pressure here, and then they don't make the England
We
team.
might lose them all, you know. We
They
actually
had,
might
they
lose.
had a
Crazy.
chance at camp to prove themselves as well, mind you. So
True.
Yeah, true.
Craig, you've obviously interviewed like some incredible artists over the years as well. Jadakiss,
Yeah.
Mad.
Fat Joe,
Yeah.
Thames, Dizzy Rascal, Burna Boy, Central C, Neo.
Wow.
I mean, that's mad. Like, let's really deep
I
that.
forgot half of them.
Like,
that
that's
even
actually
said that as
crazy.
well, yeah.
Who surprised you the most when it came to their football knowledge? Let's start there.
Like,
Football knowledge.
did anyone have any like football chat
Yeah,
with
like
you
the
or-
artists.
Do you know what? Even though he's a bit of a troll, but Speed, you know, I show Speed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We had him in, and that's actually our most viewed episode. And obviously he's obsessed with Ronaldo. But I thought he's obviously just doing it because he likes Ronaldo. But when I was chatting to him about football, he actually knew a lot about Man United and a lot about Portugal because those are the two teams he follows because obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. But he knew quite a bit, to be honest. So he obviously went and did his research. Another sick thing about Speed as well is I think a lot of people think like he's just like this crazy kid. But actually when he came in, he was very like quiet and like very like mellow. And then as soon as the cameras came on, he like,
No
Really?
way.
so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And when we had him in there, he was like 17 at the time. So it's like to have that knowledge of how to perform
Yeah.
at such a young
Crazy.
age. Like he's built what he has. It's not by like coincidence. It's,
Yeah.
it's also by design.
Yeah, that's
It's
mad. We
impressive.
thought you were going to tell us like Fat Joe's a Burnley fan or something.
Nah,
like.
they don't. They're Americans. They don't rate football.
I
They
know.
don't show no. Yeah, they don't show no respect to football, man.
And
It's
that's what we're
crazy.
going to ask you next. Like, what would you say when you've worked with all these different like UK and US fashion artists and all of that? What would you say the difference is in the fashion and the culture, like when you speak to both of them?
Do you know what? Over the last few years, they've been trying to get more like fashionable with it. Like you see, like Lil Baby and like Gunna, they're trying to wear like Rick Owens and be more like high end. but I just don't think they can dress, man.
I
I just don't think Americans
know,
can
when
dress
we
like
lived
that.
over
They
there-
think,
we
they think
felt the
they're
same.
so fashionable.
I know.
But I feel like outside of like Soho in New York, probably only Soho in New York, in America is where they can dress. Everywhere else in America, I don't rate how they dress personally. If you go to LA, they'll think they can dress, but it's like they're just wearing like aloe
Right.
To
okay.
yoga.
Okay.
or Skims. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And then they
yeah,
think,
yeah.
oh, like Americans are hilarious to me.
Yeah. and on that though, because Americans are very different to us, aren't they?
Yeah.
Is there any situations on Kick Game in particular that you haven't really been able to manage, or you've like said a joke and it's gone over their head, or
You know, like the banter's different.
yeah.
Yeah. Loads of times. Like we've had like even episodes that didn't go out. Like you know that Bad Baby.
Bad Baby.
The girl, her name, she was the Cash Me Outside girl.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And she
yeah,
became
yeah,
an artist.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
We
What
had
happened?
She
we
came
had
in.
her in Kick Game, but the episode never went out because she just like went off the rails. But basically, she was in the UK because she was doing a talk at Oxford. They had her do a talk at Oxford as
About
like,
what?
As like being an entrepreneur, but it's because she made like 100 million off OnlyFans. It made
That
no
is
sense.
That is mad.
She made like something, no, it wasn't 100 million, it was like 40 million off OnlyFans, something crazy off OnlyFans. So she came into the store and then I started asking her about it, but I was like saying like, how do you feel about people like questioning the fact that like, that's how you're, do you know what I mean? And then she got really like funny about it and stuff, but I'm like, but that is how you made your money. And I'm asking you about it. And I don't know, she
Oh,
just
she
kind of
didn't
went,
like it.
she didn't like it.
Oh,
She
wow.
didn't own it, no?
She didn't own it. You gotta own it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
100%.
And everyone
You're
knows
here,
about
that's
it.
why you're here.
Yeah,
like, I
exactly.
don't, like, it was just, I don't know.
Give
It was
us the
crazy.
formula. What is it? OnlyFans?
Like,
No,
well,
I'm
trust me.
joking.
Trust me.
Oh my God, I'll
Trust
make about
me.
a pound.
You
on
would,
this, honestly, I'll make
honestly.
about a quid. Over the last 5 years, we've built a community of women in football that ultimately we bring to the show each week, right? So they throw questions each week at our guests. And this week, we've got a couple of them ready for you. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. Question number 1. What song could you perform word for word under pressure?
Wonderwall Oasis.
Every word, yeah? Classic.
Wonderwall Oasis.
Ooh,
And any Tate McRae song. Any Tate McRae song.
Is it?
Oh yeah, I love her. I love her. Any Tate McRae song, please.
that's mad. You know, I can't even name one Tate McRae song.
I can't either, I'll be honest.
That's the only one I know that.
What would it be? What would it be? The Fresh Prince theme song.
Okay, nice. I like that. I like that.
All right, that was the best growing up.
Yeah, everyone
Fresh
should know
Prince of
that
Bel-Air,
song.
that was just unbelievable. All right, the second question. What's a hill you die on? I can kick us off if you want. Go on, you got one?
Kick it off, kick it off.
I do believe tomato ketchup should be a part of a roast dinner.
She does.
I
Yeah.
agree, but I
does.
prefer mayo.
Yeah, that,
On a roast
on
dinner?
a roast dinner,
you
you
two
are.
What do you
wrong.
dip into your mayo?
You two are wrong.
Like anything.
So what was
Potatoes.
that's what
Oh,
gravy
yeah.
is there
No,
for.
the gra- you
Like
can have
why
the
do
gravy
you
as well.
with mayo?
Yes.
Next to it.
Yes.
Oh,
No, not with mayo.
No, please. I was backing you. I take it back.
No. Yeah, we love mayo.
I got a controversial one.
Oh,
go on.
I will die on this hill. Rihanna is better than Beyonce. I will die on that hill. I'm sorry. I will. And I know what people are going to say. And people are going to say Beyonce is a better dancer, she's a better singer. But for me, I just feel like Rihanna's music for me is better. I can't lie, that's just how I feel.
But I wouldn't say she's a better performer than Beyonce.
I'm not saying
No,
that.
no,
I'm
no,
saying,
it's saying
I just saying
music.
all round, I
Okay.
think, personally, I think she's a better artist.
I would say she's got
Do you
more
know why?
bangers.
I feel like Rihanna makes music for men and women equally, whereas I feel like Beyonce's music speaks to women more. As a
You-
man,
you hating on
I
her?
don't. Huh?
You're hating on her.
On who?
Beyonce.
No, I just don't feel like she makes music that really caters to me.
Does it hit you hard? Listen to it.
I love doing Destiny's Child days though.
Yeah.
She's more R&B back then for me.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
more
yeah.
pop now, which is fair, or she's country. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
She could do
Depending
it.
on what she wants to make. I don't know. But I grew up with R&B Beyonce.
Okay. No, I get that.
Controversial, I know.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know.
fair. Tyra, what you got for us?
I thought I didn't. This was a bit different. I was just gonna say, leave at the first disrespect. The sign of the first disrespect.
Okay, so that's what you believe, yeah?
100%.
The first sign of disrespect,
Oh,
leave.
I'm out. You don't reply to me, but you're commenting on my stories. I'm out.
No,
I am out.
you can't. Don't do that.
100%.
No, because I will actually, let me vouch for this.
Nah.
Because I'm
texter.
telling you, there's a different type of energy that you need to reply to a WhatsApp than you need to just look through Instagram and scroll.
Nah. What are you
There are-
scrolling for when I've texted you?
Yeah, but it's a different type of energy.
No. Okay, let me give you an example. I've texted you in a chat. You've opened the chat. You've saw it. Cool. Left it for a bit. A couple hours. 8-9 hours. You're on your Instagram. You posting.
Someone's hurt
You're
you.
replying to the stories. You're replying to the comments.
Yeah.
But my message there, I put tumbleweed in. You're still airing. Nah.
All right, fair enough. We'll settle with that.
Leave
We'll settle with
at
that.
the first sign of disrespect. That's my. That's
All
my.
right,
I
no,
die
we're
on the
with you on
hill.
that. We're with you on that. So that was this week's Powerhouse Questions. If you want to join the show, get involved in the community, click the link in the description to join the chat now. Right now it's time for our favourite part of the show. It's the Keep It Up Challenge. It's called the Finisher.
Yeah, it really is. And I've got Craig Mitch on my team, all right? We're going to see how many Craig can get.
100 minimum.
100 minimum.
Minimum 100. 100. If I don't do 100, when I go bowling, I have to hit 100 points. So.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's true. And Tyra, you're on my team.
Yeah.
All right, Tyra's on my team.
All right, Craig, you're up first. You
Make
ready?
sure you get. You ain't gonna see anything like this again. This is special. You ready?
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my god.
3, 4, nice. Love that.
Go on. The arms.
Let's go.
Come on, Craig. Both feet.
Steve,
go.
no!
Get back in, get back in.
How long's left?
Keep going.
Got 15 seconds. 15 seconds, halfway there.
Go on.
Yes, decent.
No.
Oh my gosh. Headshots, get in, get in.
Last 5, last 5.
16.
Hey!
That is shocking. 16.
Okay, cool.
That is quality.
Oh my God.
Right, no one was harmed in this moment, by the way.
Oh,
No
time.
one's been harmed.
All right, well, that's Craig with 30 kick-ups. Unbelievable, most. Right, Tyra,
alright,
let's go.
Wait,
Hair
wait.
up. Oh. 3, 2, 1. Come on, Ty.
Let's go.
Oh, we love it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
We love it, Ty. Go on.
Love that. Keep going, Ty. Keep going,
Oh,
Ty.
little chest.
Let's go.
Oh,
How long's left?
Halfway. The screams are killing me.
Go on, you got this.
There we go.
Oh.
the screen.
I'm very
I'm
competitive.
getting on.
Time.
36 to Tyra. We love it.
Unbelievable. Right. Thank you so much to Craig and Tyra for joining us today on the warm-up.
Make sure you join us at the same time next week for the next episode of The Warm Up.